Oh, that sunrise is popping today. Friday, March 20th, 2026. And it is looking good. I'm taking to work a bag of toys. These are a bunch of doubles, triples, quadruples. That's some of the vintage TMNT figures I have, and I thought, why keep them in a bin and not go ahead and display them? Also a couple Spider-Man vehicles. My window is fogging up. I've got the heat going, but we are running down to McDonald's, grabbing some coffee real quick. That sunrise today, oh my gosh. Today's a amazing Sunday, or not Sunday, but sunrise. Amazing Friday sunrise over here at the Mercari's. So let's grab our coffee. They are slacking today. It's really it's not the best coffee. It doesn't have a lot of caramel in it. It doesn't, I don't know what they did to it, but it doesn't taste the best, which is kind of sad. I actually paid for that one. The sun has mostly came up already, but we'll get a look at the Domtar Eastman doo-doo plant over here. Coming right up over the hill there. Ah, the smelliest sunrise in the east. Alrighty, y'all, I'm heading into work. I will see you all in a little while. I'll show you how I put my turtles up. I'm going to have to rearrange a few things because I'm bringing in a lot today. Alright, so it's the end of the work day, and I wanted to show you all the stuff I added to my office here, since we keep track of it. So, it's getting out of hand, but I love it. We added this Spider-Man vehicle today. We have added all of these vintage duplicates that I have over here to this shelf. A lot of them. And all their weapons are duplicates as well. So, we've added all of them. I've actually got like 5 of the Mondo Geckos. 2 of them still have their tongue. So I kept the best 2 in their boards. I have another one with a board, but yeah. These are all the dupes. And then we're going to go over here where I added this Spider-Man bike, and Spider-Man still has its missile right there. And then my buddy Philip, I don't know if you all saw this or not, he added this giant Angry Bird stuffed thing on top of the TV here. And he got this little Mikey. He is tiny. Look at it next to the Hot Wheel here. So, love him. But yeah, that's kind of the update right now. You can kind of get a big overview here of how it's looking. So, not too bad. Need to get a few more vintage Motu figures, and I need to get the helmet for this guy. So, but loving it. It's coming together. Little Castle Grayskull. Alright, the work day is over. Finally. Heading home. I'm debating on some stuff. I'm getting kind of frustrated with Mercari. Mercari is really getting on my nerves. You know, you do all this work to get your stuff out, and it takes forever to get paid on the stuff, and that's frustrating. eBay gives it to you instantly, and you know, it's hit or miss. Like, I think if you listed and kept listing enough stuff on eBay, you know, your store will get traction and all that, and it takes a little time to build it up. But for me, I would be pulling off 4,250 some items off of Mercari, and I would be transferring them over to eBay, and that will take a month or so to do. You pay a little more in fees, but I think honestly the pros outweigh the con. Mercari's just getting to where you're getting fees for everything from the buyer's paying a fee, the seller's paying a fee, then it takes forever to get paid. You got to wait on the buyer to rate you 3 days. You got 3 days to rate. It's just a mess. And I don't like dealing with that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull everything off Mercari. And I'm going to go to my Whatnot. I know I was tired of Whatnot, but I'm going to do a couple more shows. I think I'm going to do like another VHS tape show, do a $2 start, and just sell whatever sells. And then whatever don't sell, I'll list on eBay. And then do the same thing with the toys and everything else. I think it's the way to do it. It's a lot of work. I've got so much stuff in that room though. I need to do this. Or do I go out into the garage and clean out a huge area in the garage and just take my time going back and forth every day pulling stuff to sell? I need to make room in my room, in that room back there. One, we're having another grandkid. So, need room for Ollie to come down. He'll sleep downstairs in that room. And then the baby, will sleep upstairs when it's over at our house. Abby and them have their own place. But Oliver spends the weekends every now and then, every other weekend with us. And then sometimes they come over in a week. So we really need a playroom for the kids and so on. And that's originally what that was intended to be. So I need to do that. The last year has been crazy where I was focused on, my health was getting terrible. And then I was in the hospital. And when I wasn't able to go out and take pictures and stuff, I was going to thrift stores, buying way more than I anticipated to ever buy, to flip and sell. And before you knew it, there was like 700 VHS tapes, bin after bin of toys. Like, I've got stuff upstairs too. So ideally though, the game plan is to one day have a storage, like a yard barn, and convert that over into a store. It's a lot to think about. But that's where I'm at right now. First thing I need to do is I need to clean the garage out. I need to make room for the bins and get the bins out of that room. That's the first step. That's what I need to do. So I think today what I'm going to do... Oh, the wee-woos have somebody pulled over. The police. It's like, sorry, I was like, oh, squirrel. So I guess that's my game plan today. I need to clean the one side of the garage out with my lawnmower. And then move the big bins over to that. Step one. I'm not going to take anything off Mercari right this second, because I want to, I don't know. I need to leave it up for now until I get ready to do the Whatnot sales. That way it's still being available to buy, I guess. So, but I think I'm going to move away from Mercari because I'm getting so frustrated with Mercari. It's not even funny. So, Mercari has just gotten to be too much. And they've changed so much stuff in the last, I've been on Mercari for 5 years. I have 1,700 and some positive 5-star reviews or something like that. I have one 1-star, a couple 2. You will always have somebody you never make happy. But I have 5 years experience on Mercari, and I gotta say, I'm not liking it anymore. They've changed too much stuff. They've buyer's fees, a protection fee that don't really protect you for squat, because I've had to eat it on a couple things. Post office losing stuff, and their cards right now. I sold a Pokemon card 3 weeks ago, mailed it with their stuff, with their cheaper shipping 4 cards, and it shipping never updates on it, and it sits there, and their policy's well, we gotta wait 30 days before you get paid. Okay, so you don't get your money for 30 days on a card like that. So that stuff's what irritates me. With eBay, you get your money instantly. not a hassle. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'll pay a little more fee for selling it. You only get to list so many items a month and all that, but I think it's worth it in the end. So I think that's my goal, is to switch over from Mercari to eBay. It's gotten to be too much. And then I'm going to use Whatnot as like a stepping stool to get rid of a bunch of bulk to make the eBay a lot easier, if that makes sense. There are apps you can buy that you have to buy that will switch everything over for you, and half the time, from what I've seen in other YouTube videos, they don't work properly. Like, they'll switch the things over but put free shipping. Well, I don't do free shipping at all. The buyer pays shipping. So and then you would be eating the shipping cost and all that. So it's better to just go in and input everything yourself, you know. That's where I'm at, and that's what I'm going to do. So, boy, that was a long rant. What are you doing, Lily Bell? Are you asking nicely? Look how patient. Oh, you were being patient. All right, here you go. So many bins. Isn't that right? Say, Dad needs to get the bins out in the garage. And then all the tapes. I'm not going to do that today. That's a lot. That's going to sit right there for a while. But the bins are going to go out in the garage. And then this is going to stay with all of these. But they're, like I said before, stuffed to the brim with stuff. Like, that's the lightest one. But there's VHS tapes everywhere. Same thing with cassettes. They're everywhere. So, oh my gosh. Gotta handle all of this. Isn't that right, Lily? We gotta handle all of that. And some of that. And get a new bed in here. Because the, whatever you call it that holds the mattress, the rails, that broke one day. So now I gotta get new rails. But we're gonna turn this into a play area. Keeping the testing area though. The 2 TVs, DVD player, Xbox, Wii, all that's staying. Because all they can play the Xbox and Wii and all that. So, and they can watch their movies. They can watch on here. So, that is the game plan. So, let me get at changing clothes, and we're going to go tackle the garage out there. I know, honey. I see you. I see you. I know. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves them some Lily Bell. And I don't have any more rolls. I promise. Okay, so I have to clean up this entire mess right here. Left over from a yard sale we had last summer. So I need to get at it and remove all of that. And rework the tables, the whole 9 yards. I might keep the table still up and just push stuff down and put the little bins on the tables so I can sort and stuff. These are not movies, they're just empty boxes because I didn't want to throw the box away because the boxes are hard to find. So I'm going to match them up with tapes as I find them. So, some good stuff in here. And I'm waiting on the tape for this one. This is the only tape I need to complete my Ninja Turtle tapes. But I have the box for it. So, waiting on that. I mean, these boxes are just hard to find. Like DuckTales, that's a real hard box to find. I've got the tape to that. I need that. Hard box to find. Ferngully, Matilda, Dark Water. I wish this corner wasn't ripped, because this is a very hard box to find. And then I hate that the front of this box got destroyed, because this is another like virtually impossible box to find. So that sucks right there. But I'm keeping the box just in case. You never know. So there's some good stuff in here. But I need to put everything aside, clean it up. I brought some trash bags out to do that. And yeah, and just need to get at it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull all the lawnmowers out so I can work around, move some furniture around that my daughter needs to come and get. Abby, if you're watching this, you need this stuff. So, yeah. And I got to list this on Marketplace. These are brand new. Never even used. So, lots of stuff. But I got plenty of room in here for those bins. And everything I put out here will not need to be protected from like temperature control, like the tapes and the movies. All those will stay inside. So all the toys and stuff that I have individually bagged and wrapped, they'll be fine out here. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so I've got all of that put up and stacked up away. I've got my other sister Tara bringing me a leaf blower. I've still got to pick a little bit of this up and get that going, but we'll have it. All right, now I'm at this point, just waiting on a leaf blower so I can get all the grass from the lawnmower out of here. So I have plenty of room right here for all the totes. I just want to clean everything out and get it going. Much, much better. We got all that cleaned out. So now I've got enough room to move some of these totes out here and get this looking pretty good. I'm going to leave that hooked up because I'm going to blow off the lawnmowers before I put them back up too at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and start stacking bins out here. All right, there we go. We got it all cleaned up. Got all the totes that has stuff for sale in them out here like this. All the Hot Wheels, specialty toys like Vintage Joe stuff. Yeah, there's a Vintage Joe bike. We've got all that done. So, everything in the bins are going to stay out here for now on Mercari. And then, as I get stuff set up in there, I'll start slowly pulling stuff off and moving it over to eBay. I may just bring one tote in the house at a time and redo everything that's in the tote and put it on eBay. And then take it off Mercari. I think that's the way to go. So, alrighty guys, so that does it for me today. I'm going to blow off these lawnmowers, get that put up, get something to eat and rest. I'm worn out, but step one done as we get ready to move from Mercari to eBay. So, oh man, worn out. It'll be easier this way, I think, and I might do a couple whatnot shows this weekend to get rid of some of the VHS tapes I have in there. Once I get all this stuff cleaned out, I'll bag each VHS tape I have left and I'll move all that out here too. So might just make this one little wing the resale area and get rid of all this stuff here. Might also look in getting an antique booth space too to get rid of some of the bigger stuff. So I don't know, we got a lot to do. Got a lot to look for. Find some antique stores with some openings, you know. So, like I got these chairs I need to get rid of. I got a desk. I got just a bunch of stuff that needs to go. So, going to do it. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Helps me out. It's my daily life. So, yeah. Alrighty guys, we'll catch you next time. Bye.